Based on the numbers, it will be Sherika Jackson versus Gabby Thomas in Budapest. So who do you think is going to win? Or are you expecting any surprises? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to go. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. You drop a video at least once a day on Peter Lloyd. Also, work if you enjoy the content. You heard that I said a while ago. If you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. And finally, leave your thoughts after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, recently over the weekend, we had many national championships in many countries, meaning athletes trying to qualify to make their country's team to head to Budapest to compete in the World Athletics Championships 2023. When the smoke cleared over the weekend, the two fastest women in the women's 200 meters turned out to be none other than Gabby Thomas of the United States with the fastest time in the world thus far for the 2023 season, and of course Jamaica's Sherika Jackson, the defending World Athletics 200-meter champion from 2022. So if these numbers remain constant, well, it would appear that it would be Sherika Jackson versus Gabby Thomas of the United States who will line up as favorites to medal. But then there is this young lady, Shakari Richardson of the United States, and this young lady, the world's greatest, yep, Fraser Price. Who do you think will walk away with the title in Budapest in the women's 200 meters? Gabby Thomas came, saw, and conquered, successfully defending her 2022 USATF Championships women's 200-meter title, and again setting an astounding world lead this time, also and again setting a new personal best in winning. This time she ran an astounding 21.60, the fastest time ran by any woman in the 200 meters so far for the 2023 season, setting a world lead, meet record, and personal best of 21.60. Gabby Thomas won ahead of Shakari Richardson, who ran a new personal best, an impressive 21.94, who was ahead of Kalia White, who also ran a personal best of 22.01 to take that third spot in the finals of the women's 200 meters at the USATF Championships 2023.
Amazingly, and she's going to try to create separation because she knows that everybody else is going to be coming. She leads off the turn.
Look at that white leg sock on the left of your screen now. Here comes Gabby Thomas. Gabby Thomas is not going to be dominated here. Thomas is going to get another national title. 21.59. That is a new world lead.
Sherika Jackson walked away with the second fastest time in the world after her run so far for the 2023 season. She walked away running an astounding 21.71 in the finals of the Jamaica National Championships in the women's 200 meters, 21.71, which was briefly the world leading time, ahead of Fraser Price, who ran 22.26 to take the second spot, and Tava Thomas of the Texas Longhorns ran 22.55 to take the third position. But if we're going to have a serious conversation about the finals, the possible finalists in the women's 200 meters at the upcoming World Championships in Budapest, we have to include this young lady who this season is on absolute fire. Shakari Richardson of the United States set a new personal best in the finals, running 21.94, becoming, I believe, the fourth fastest so far for the 2023 season in the women's 200 meters. I was very impressed with her run in the finals. People, she almost beat Gabby Thomas. This is Shakari Richardson's run, I believe, in the heats. And then there's a perennial favorite, Shelly-Ann Fraser Price. Now, I have no idea if she's going to compete in women's 200 meters. In fact, I kind of doubt it. But we know that she did open her season. She did run second in Jamaica, which means that she's qualified to run in the 200 meter finals if she chooses to. And the fact of the matter is, I think she needs as many races under her legs as she can. And what one has to remember is that this race you're about to see was her opener for the entire 2023 season in the women's 200 meters. She opened at 200 meters. And of course, she impressed. She's Shelly-Ann Fraser Price. Fraser Price ran and won her first race for the entire 2023 season, 200 meters of all things, in 22.39 ahead of Sasha Forbes, who ran 22.84 to come second. Kevona Davis of the Texas Longhorns ran 22.94 to take that third position.
Listening to their radios, Hits 92 FM. Tune in to TVJ and TVJ Ascend to see Shelly-Ann Fraser Price.
So semi-final 2 of 3, women's 200 meters. Top 2 qualify automatically, next 2 by time. Sent away cleanly. And what does Shelly-Ann Fraser Price produce? Look at Natasha Morrison, who's made a good start. Here's Fraser Price now catching up to them on the outside. And Fraser Price has gone by them. And Fraser Price has swept off the curve here. Tava Thomas tries to come back at her. It's Fraser Price and Tava Thomas. Fraser Price looks easy. 22:36 is the flash time for Shelly-Ann Fraser Price.
Was that a sign?
Now, this of course is my 2 cents. Who do I think will win in Budapest if the race comes down between Gabby Thomas and Sherika Jackson? Now, I told you last year that Gabby Thomas is a serious threat if she's healthy and continues to evolve. Some of you laughed when I said that. I even told you earlier in the year that the reason why she was working on all these 60s, all these 100 meters was very, very simple. She was working on her speed. Faster she gets in the 100 meters, the better she is in the 200 meters. Sherika Jackson is living proof of that. She was also doing a lot of hill work, a lot of long distance stuff to build that stamina. We see the end product, 21.60. However, Sherika Jackson has a massive edge. 10.65 is insanely fast, as you know, new PB. And I think she has much more in her legs because, believe me, in that 10.65 run, I saw mistakes. I did. We can talk about it another time. So she can tweak that even more. 10.65 plus, if your personal best is 21.45 and Gabby's is 21.60, you may not understand this, but the difference between those 2 times are virtually miles apart in layman's terms. They're miles apart. And I believe with a 10.65, Sherika can go faster. Gabby can still go faster. Don't take her lightly. Plus, Gabby seems to have figured out how to beat a faster sprinter. The way she took on Shakari Richardson, go back and look. If it had not been for Gabby Thomas, Shakari Richardson would have been the USATF champion for the women's 200 meters. Brilliant. Now, speaking of Shakari Richardson, she is a factor, people. She is improving at an astronomical level. It's almost terrifying. 21.94 her new PB with her leg speed, and I'm sure she's doing the work. Yeah, she's a factor. Shakari Richardson in the 200 meters can end up on that podium. Do not take it lightly. She's a factor. Then there's Shelly-Ann Fraser Price. Only her 3rd race for the entire year, and of course it's the race that she hates the most, the 200 meters, and I think she walked away with a 22.22. That may be correct, but whatever it is, was very impressive. She opened with a 22.39 in her first race for the season. Plus, we know that she's fast as hell over the 100 meters, and once she's healthy, she can also podium. So those 4 women can end up on the podium, and then of course there's Julian Alfred and a few others. But when all is said and done, I think in Budapest, if all remains equal, Sherika Jackson should walk away with the win. And the second should be between Gabby. Should be Gabby, but it's going to be between Gabby, Shakari, and of course Shelly-Ann Fraser Price. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, you're royals, kings, and queens. Bless up!